our guest panel here, Hitesh Eidnani and Funny Shaker. Hitesh, Funny, thank you very much for your patience. That was a big story on EduComp, a new alliance, so we had to focus on that for a bit. Let's go across to Venu Gopal Kochi, from Kochi. That's an SMS. He has 1,100 shares of SAIL bought at 197 rupees. Wants to know what is the short-term perspective, 6 months or so. Hitesh, I'll come to you first. I mean, SAIL has melted from the price he's bought at, but the fundamentals look strong. There are all signs that demand will remain strong as well, including pricing.
SAIL has a support at 167. Currently it's consolidating a bit. A move above 200 would make it more positive and confirm the uptrend on the stock. So what I would suggest is to keep 167 as a stop loss and a target of 230 for the next 6 months.
Hitesh, what's your, Funny, what's your stock?
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Raghu from Mumbai. I recently bought Polyplex Corp for around 365. I hold 100 shares. Hoping of positive results, I bought it, but since I bought it, has been falling very hugely. So I just wanted to ask whether I should hold it or sell it, or I just wanted to ask whether I should sell Polyplex and shift to its peer Jindal Poly, which has come out with nice results.
Alright, so I'm glad to hear that you've done your research very well on both Polyplex and Jindal Poly. I'll get you a fundamental view first because that's what's needed here. Funny, what do you think? I mean, the company came out with a very strong set of numbers, and that's the reason why it went up from 123 all the way to 350 plus, but hasn't been able to sustain the momentum. Last 6 months has been under pressure. Extremely weak for the last 6 months. Do you see any sort of strength, any signs of a turnaround happening? Should he at least wait to recover his money?
I think so, because Polyplex has had a huge run-up from 123 odd levels in June 2010 to 520 odd levels in October, and it's had a pullback from there, but overall the trend is still up. My advice would be to keep 285 as a stop loss and potentially see levels of 480 in the next 6 to 8 months. So I have a hold on this one.
So that's a slightly divided opinion. Raghu, hold from Hitesh, but Funny thinks that the cycle, or even if it remains robust, at least is not going to show you the supernatural or supernormal profits that you witnessed in the last quarter numbers of Q2 of Polyplex. Next up, we've got Deepa from Bangalore, but before that, let's take this all-important interview or hear out Mr. K. Ramakrishna, Chief Executive of IBA. Bankers today met Reserve Bank of India to discuss their concerns on a possible CRR and SLR hike. Joining us from Bangalore with her stock question. Deepa, go ahead. How can we help you?
Good afternoon, Manisha.
Good afternoon. Deepa, how actively do you trade?
Yeah, I do the day trading.
Great. Tell us, what are you betting on today?
Today I want to speak about this IDBI stock.
Okay.
I have 100 shares of IDBI stock at the rate of 157. I want to know whether I should hold it for 3 to 6 months or whether I should sell off.
Funny IDBI, I'll come. Hitesh, your view. Stock's been under pressure, but it's not as if it's done too much worse than other banking counters. It's down about 7% or so in just this 1 week.
Absolutely. I think IDBI is in an overall uptrend. It's not done as badly as some of the other banking counters, the kind of selling that we've seen in some other banking counters. I feel it's undergoing a pullback in a longer term trend. From a short-term trading perspective, I would buy IDBI with 145 with a stop loss and a target of 163. But if you were to look at a longer-term 6 to 12 month horizon, we have a target of 200 on IDBI, which could be reached quite easily in the next 6 to 12 months.
Alright, Deepa. So if you can make your period slightly longer, IDBI as a whole, otherwise get out of it. That's what I'm summing up from what Hitesh and Funny have just said. Next up, we've got Raza Mehdi joining us from Delhi. Raza, go ahead. What's your stock?
Well, my question is about Apollo Tyres. I started with 100 shares and averaged it out to at the rate of 72 rupees and holding 700 shares now.
Right.
What shall I do? Shall I hold it? Shall I average it out at the lowest prices which is prevailing at the around date? Or what will be the horizon for next, say, 6 months or so?
6 months should you average Apollo tires? You haven't said whether you want to sell it, but let me get Hitesh on this. Hitesh, Apollo, is it reaching close to its support levels, or do you think there could be more bleed as the rising input prices put a pressure on the margins?
Manisha, Apollo had a support at the 59.60 zone, where it found support in both July 2010 and once again in November 2010. So it's a very high probability that the support should hold now, and we should see a bounce from here to higher levels. The trend is upwards overall in Apollo. It's given a great, significantly uptrend move in the last 12 to 15 months, and it's in a kind of a consolidation zone now. A move above 71 should see it head towards 90, which would be a good exit point for the investor, and hopefully we should reach this 90 level in the next 6 to 8 months.
Alright, so that's a hold from you, Hitesh. Funny, what about you? Picks and of course disclosures as well.
I have 3 trading picks for today. The first one is on Glaxo, which we could buy at current levels for a target of 2450 with a stop loss of 2330. The next one is Tata Steel, which we could buy at current levels with a stop loss of 640 and a target of 680. And finally Dr. Reddy's, which we could buy with a stop loss of 1620 and a target of 1725. By way of disclosure, Trendtech consultants, me or any of our clients could have holdings in any of the counters discussed today. Thank you.
Hitesh and Funny, thank you very much. Pleasure having you with us to take all of your questions.